Welcome to the grand finale of the Energy Trivia. If you're not new here, you would know that we've had this for 6 weeks. This is our sixth week. We've done this five other times, and this is the sixth time we'll be doing this. And this is why this is the grand finale. This is the final and the last Energy Trivia from Thinking Heart to you. So, what is this energy trivia about? It's just a fun way to test your knowledge on renewable energy, circular economy, sustainability, and SDG. So, we've given and SDG 7 basically. So, we've given 20,000 naira every week, every Sunday, this same time for 5 weeks now. This is the sixth week and the final week. So, I hope you're as happy as I am that this is coming to an end and that we've been able to achieve what we wanted to achieve so far. So, who are we at Thinking Hearts? Why are we doing this? Why are we giving out this amount every week? Why are we so interested in your knowledge in renewable energy space and energy in general? So, Thinking Hearts is an Africa-rooted initiative that is focused on advancing sustainability, circular economy, inclusive learning, and transformation tools and real-world partnerships. We develop eco-education resources. We lead waste to wealth initiatives, green innovation projects. We host a ton of webinars. Last month we but this month we hosted about 3 webinars. And the good thing about it is that we have the recordings of these webinars on our YouTube channel. So if you check Thinking Heart's YouTube channel, you would see a lot of webinars that will benefit students like us, university students, even professionals. There are a ton of recordings there that you can just go through and watch the recordings and you'll learn a lot. So we lead waste to wealth, green innovation projects, we host webinars and the recordings are available, learning labs. We support change makers across schools, homes, and even communities. Our work is focused on empowering educators, youth, university students like you, students in general, parents, NGOs, and professionals to turn meaningful ideas into practical impact from local classrooms to continent wide systems. We don't just teach sustainability, we live it, we build it, and we share it. So, our YouTube is on the page, and this is our YouTube username. We're thinking out on YouTube and on Instagram and on LinkedIn. And you can see our email address right there. So you can reach out to us if you have any important thing to say to us. If you have a collaboration, partnership, or any of that, you can just reach out to us and then we'll get it going. All right, so let's get into the rules of the game. I already explained what energy trivia is about, what we do. I think here that's why we're bringing this to you, what we've done so far, and that this is the last game. So, to be eligible for this, you have to be a university student, you have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you have to be following us on LinkedIn. So, we're giving 20,000 as we've always done. First prize goes top first position goes with 10,000. Second and third goes with 5,000 naira each. This is usually very fun. I'm actually very excited, and I'm quite sad that this is the last time we'll be doing this. So let's get into it. All right. So the first question says, in what year did the Paris Agreement enter into force after adoption at COP20 COP 21? In what year did the Paris Agreement enter into force after adoption at the COP 21? All right, great. So we have just 5 people get that right. Most people chose 2015 for one reason or the other, but let's go to the next question. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Odudu is currently leading, Hudson second, Steve, Ben, and Catch. I like that we have new faces. So let's go to the second question. Which Paris Agreement process assesses global progress on climate goals every 5 years? Which Paris Agreement process assesses global progress on climate goals every 5 years? All right. So we have two people get that right. Interesting. Just two people got that right. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Hudson is now leading the board. Ojudo and Steve, second and third. So let's go to the third question. Which sector accounts for most of Nigeria's greenhouse gas emission? Which of these sectors accounts for most of Nigeria's greenhouse gas sectors? Great. So only three people. These questions might be quite difficult then. Only three people got that right. The answer is agriculture and land use. Let's see what the scoreboard says. We have Mbappe and Abba on the scoreboard now with Hudson leading. The fourth question says by 2060, how many new jobs could Nigeria's energy transition plan create? In 2060, how many new jobs could Nigeria's energy plan transition plan create? Great. So we have um only two people get that right. So a lot of people chose 10 million. Interesting. The answer is 840,000. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Hudson is still leading. Adibola and Basit are now on the scoreboard. Fifth question out of 30. Let's go. If you're behind, you can still join in. Great. So we have six people get this right. I think this is a question that we've still had a lot of people get right. The answer is the Green Climate Fund. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Wow. Steve is back on the scoreboard. Mbappe, Ben, Catch, everybody is coming up. And Lawrence is the highest climber so far. So Lawrence, keep it up. You will be on the scoreboard soon. Who coordinates implementation of Nigeria's energy transition plan? Who coordinates implementation of Nigeria's energy transition plan? Which of these people coordinates the implementation of Nigeria's energy transition plan? Wow, okay. Nobody got this right. The answer is the office of the vice president. Interesting. So that means the scoreboard remain the same. Uh, Seventh question. What renewable energy share does Nigerian target in its generation mix by 2030? What renewable energy share does Nigeria target in its generation mix by 2030? All right, so we have four people get that right.
Yeah. Hello.
Excuse me, please. The game is currently going on. You can just mute yourself and type whatever you want to say.
Okay, I should just type. Okay.
Thank you. If you have any questions or anything to say, you can just type it because the game is still going on. So we still have Hudson leading the scoreboard. Let's see.
Please, where will I go to type?
Which document expresses Nigeria's Paris Agreement commitment? Which document expresses Nigeria's Paris Agreement commitment? Which of these documents expresses Nigeria Paris Agreement commitment? All right, seven people got that right. Highest so far. The answer is the NDCs. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Ben has now joined the scoreboard, and Abba is the highest climber so far. So let's go. COP28 was hosted in which country? In which of these countries was COP28 hosted in? Great. So seven people got that right. Okay. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Oh, interesting. What is the main aim of Nigeria's Electricity Act 2023? What is the main aim of Nigeria's Electricity Act 2023? All right, seven people got that right. The answer is to liberate the sector and enable state markets. So I know that the scoreboard is not moving. Let's see. 11 states. Which states became the first to assume intrastate electricity regulation from NERC? Which states became the first to assume intrastate electricity regulation from NERC? Great. The answer is Enugu. Four people got that right. 12th question. Let's move as fast as we can. Which flagship program of the Rural Electrification Agency expands solar access? Which flagship program of the Rural Electrification Agency expands solar access? Yes, the answer is Solar Ninja, and three people got that right. Eight people chose something else. Interesting. So Lawrence is leading the scoreboard. We have Catch on the scoreboard, and Abba and Basit are in second and third place. Which fund was formerly operationalized at COP28? Which fund was formerly operationalized at COP28? Great, six people got that right. The answer is the Loss and the Damage Fund. Ben has displaced Tivo from the scoreboard. 14th question. Which sustainable development goal is often called the gateway goal for development? Is it SDG 7, SDG 6, 9, or 13? Which of these are called which of these is called the gateway goal for development? Yes, eight people got that right. The answer is SDG 7, of course. Okay, Abba is still leading the scoreboard and Kachi is now in third place. Interesting. Under the Electricity Act 2023, mini grids target mainly what? Under the Electricity Act 2023, what do mini grids mainly target? Is it the export markets, industrial clusters, military bases, on the unserved and underserved communities? The Electricity Act 2023, great. 10 people got that right. Interesting. Unserved and underserved communities is the answer. Abba is still leading, interesting, and Lawrence is making a comeback with three in a row, and Lawrence is already in second place. So let's see if Abba should look out for his position. Which renewable technology has grown fastest in Nigeria since 2020? Which of these technologies have grown fastest in Nigeria since 2020? Is it the hydropower, the wind, biomass, or the solar PV? Great, 10 people got that right. The answer is the solar PV. We all know how much solar has grown since 2020. It's everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. Kachi has displaced Lawrence. Lawrence is now in third place and Kachi second place. Abba has refused to leave first place. What body did the Climate Change Act 2021 create to coordinate policy? Which of these bodies was created to coordinate policy by the Climate Change Act 2021? Let's keep it going. 12 people got that right. The answer is the National Council on Climate Change. Scoreboard is not moving. Interesting. 18th of 30, you have like 11 or 12 more to go. By 2060, Nigeria's electricity demand could rise roughly how much versus 2020? How much will Nigeria's electricity demand rise to in comparison with 2020? Yes, the answer is times 6. Interesting, 7 people got it right. Times 6. Lawrence and Basid are back on the scoreboard, and Abba has had 6 correct answers in a row. Which fuel plays a transition role in Nigeria's ATP pathway? Which of these fuel play a transition role in Nigeria's ATP pathway? Is it natural gas, coal, kerosene, or diesel? 11 people got that right. The answer is natural gas. Yes. A round of applause. A round of applause. Scoreboard has refused to move. These 5 people, you still have 10 answers to beat them though. The Paris Agreement aims to limit global warming to well below what? Is it 1 degree Celsius, 0.5 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, or 2 degrees Celsius, and pursue 1.5 degrees Celsius? What is the plan of the Paris? Good. 7 people got that right. I think that was quite clear. Anybody displacing anybody? Interesting. No. 21. The theme for Onga 80, that's Onga 2025 was what? What was the theme for Onga 2025? Peace through power, clean energy for all, climate justice summit, rebuilding trust, and reigniting global solidarity. Which of these was the theme for Onga 2028? Yes, 8 people got that right. The answer was is rebuilding trust and reigniting global solidarity. Hudson has had 6 correct answers in a row. So let's see if we would have Hudson on the scoreboard. Which agency enforces environmental standards for industry in Nigeria? Which of these agencies enforces environmental standards for industry in Nigeria? 3 people got that right. The answer is NESRE, NESRIA. Let's see. Scoreboard has refused to move. The Renewable Energy Master Plan 2006 was developed by who? The Renewable Energy Master Plan 2006 was developed by who? Who developed it? The answer is the ECN and the UNDP. That's the ECN and the UNDP. And we had 2 people get that right. Okay, let's go. We have about 7 more questions. Which is not one of the 5 priority sectors in Nigeria's ATP? Which of these is not one of the 5 priority sectors in Nigeria's ATP? The answers are coming in fast, and 11 people got it right. The answer is telecommunications. That's not one of the priorities. We have transport, power, industry, but not telecommunications. Ben is rising up, and Banks is on his way to the scoreboard. Let's see if these 6 questions will determine which regional initiative advances a just energy transition for Africa. Which regional initiative advances a just energy transition for Africa? Which of these? Interesting. 10 people got that right. The African Union, the C for All Partnership, and the AFDP. Well done. Catch has displaced Basit's place. Let's see. Remember that we're choosing the top 3. Top 3 are people getting the prizes, so strive harder. A key risk to clean energy investment in Nigeria is which of these is a key risk to clean energy investment in Nigeria? Everybody got that right. The answer is foreign exchange constraints and naira volatility. I think once you even see naira volatility, you already know that's the answer. Basit has displaced catch again. All right, 8 participants have reached answer streak of 3. Great. We are almost done. Energy transition refers to what? What does energy transition refer to? Fuel switching, privatization, oil to nuclear conversion, or shift from fossil fuels to low carbon sources and efficiency? Of course, everybody got that right. Scoreboard is not moving. Where is the International Renewable Energy Agency headquartered? What country is it headquartered? The International Renewable Energy Agency. Is it Geneva? Is it London, Berlin, or Dubai? Of course, the answer is Dubai. I wonder why a lot of people chose Geneva though, but yes, the answer is Dubai. Basit is now in third place and has displaced every other person, and Hudson is on the scoreboard. We have two more answers and then we wrap the energy trivia up. As of 2024, about what share of Africa's population lacks electricity access? As of 2024, about what share of Africa's population lacks electricity? Interesting, that's the very first year. The answer is 43%. Six people chose 43%, six people chose 60%. So that's quite funny. But the answer is 43%. And Steve is now on the scoreboard. He has displaced Hudson. Last question. Let's see who the winners are. Question says, which phrase best describes the Electricity Act 2023? Interesting. Let's see what the scoreboard says. 11 people got it right. Open competition and state participation in electricity. So let's see what the scoreboard says. In third place, we have Basit. Interesting. Second place, we have Lawrence. And in first place, I think we all know who this is. It's Abba. Steve and Ben came as the fourth runner and the fifth runner up. So well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. All right, so thank you everyone. Hi Ben, Ben, you're from Kenya. Interesting. That's so interesting. I never would have thought that this link will get to somebody in Kenya. Well done, Ben. Well done, well done, well done. We see you. So don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I already dropped the link in the chat box again to make it easy for everybody.